Hello everyone. Today is going to be a bit of a informal video blog type of video, just where I'm going to share my thoughts on things rather than do kind of a more formal video like I normally do. If I look a little bit rough, it's because I have a major hangover, had a heavy night, so I'm just in my slacks. But I didn't want to sit around doing nothing. I was too hungover to get work done, so I thought I'd just film a video, because usually when I'm hungover, I get these great inspirational thoughts and, epiphanies. And today I've had quite a big one, thanks to the hangover, regarding personal branding. Now, for those of you watching, if you're not aware, I have started and running a small little fitness company on the web. And one of the major issues that I've been tackling with for months is personal branding, and how to tie myself, my personal brand, me, Paulo Ricardo, into the fitness business, right? And the way I had been doing it in the past was I was kind of keeping them as two separate entities, because I wanted to target. The original idea was to target a broader market. My market is female weight loss, and so I wanted to appeal to them. But now I have a very sort of abrasive personality, and I can rub a lot of people up the wrong way just with my thoughts, my opinions, and the things I say, and the way that I say them, right? And so this is obviously something that I've been trying to work on over the years, and personal branding was kind of like a huge crossroads, because now the whole goal about personal branding is you have to become your business, right? When people think of the name Paulo Ricardo, they want to think, okay, this guy is known for this. He's in this industry and he's an expert at that. And that's what personal branding is about. It's kind of building that image and portraying it and putting it out there as who you are. Now, in order for me to continue with the fitness business the way I had planned it originally, it would have meant putting on a front and not being myself, and trying to clean things up and being a little bit more politically correct, user-friendly, and just, more likable, just the kind of personality that everyone kind of gets along with that. And that's nice. I do believe there are some qualities from that you should have, right? Actually, my New Year's resolution is to be more nice and more kind to people. But the decision I've come to today is, and after a lot of thought, is that I can't keep my personality and my brand separate. It's just not going to work. There's always parts of me that are coming out. It's going to be like living a lie, and I don't think it's going to work. And so I was thinking, like, one of the things they say when you go into business is that you want to get your niche, okay? And you don't want to appeal to a whole broad market. You want to appeal, especially in the beginning, to a more niche, targeted market. And so I thought to myself, well, why am I trying to please all of these people and try to appeal to all of them when most of them are probably not going to become customers, and in real life probably wouldn't be the type of people that I would want to be friends with, because we just have different views on things. So the epiphany I had is that maybe I just need to make my business follow the same sort of personality and character of who I am, instead of trying to find that. And I assure you, I spent months looking into personal branding. All these books are just on personal branding themselves. I've done courses online. I've researched as much as I can into personal branding while I've been struggling with this notion of, should I keep myself separate from the personal branding, or should I incorporate it? Well, as I was sitting in bed with a hangover and pondering things, I posted a kind of, I want to say controversial, but, my style, personality update on Facebook earlier. And some of the people liked it and had a laugh, and some of the people got offended. And that kind of really represents my personality. And that's what got me thinking. It's like, do I want these people that are getting butt hurt over, something that's meant to be taken as a joke, but, they're so fucking up their own ass and they're so serious that they can't even see the humor in it, and, they've got something bad to say about it. Do I want those kind of people around as a friend in business? And the answer to that question was obviously no. Like, for the last year, I've been thinking, I've got to try please everyone. I've got to have them like me. I want everyone to like me and my business and that. And I don't think that's going to work. I'd rather have a few clients and barely scrape by, but be happy knowing that I can be who I want to be and be the person that I am, rather than to have a whole bunch of money coming in, a whole bunch of clients, but every day I've got to be fake to them and put on this face and that. I don't want that. I don't need that kind of stress in my life. I don't have to do it. I don't need the cash. I'm doing fitness and health because I enjoy it and because I like to see other people succeed and help them with that. So the money's not important. So why should I do that if that's the only reason? And so that's a decision that I've made. And then an Amazon delivery came, which is an apron that I bought. You know, it's quite a cheeky little thing. It says licensed to grill, you know, and then I was fucking around in the hallway. I was putting it on, and then I was thinking, like, you know, it would be funny just to take off all your clothes and do like a few photos with you know, naked and just your butt showing or something like that. You know, just fun like that. That's my personality. I like to be cheeky. I like to have fun. I like to not take things too seriously. And then when I start thinking about my business again, I'm thinking about, oh, but that could be bad for the image. It could be bad for the brand. Some people aren't going to like that. You're going to alienate your customers. And I thought to myself, fuck that. Those aren't the people that I want. I want the people that see the humor in that, you know, they know that I'm a cheeky kind of guy and that I don't take things too seriously, that I don't mean a lot of things I'm saying. I'm just saying it for shits and giggles and trying to be funny about things. And yeah, and those are the people I want. And I think, and so I kind of made notes about this because, you know, these were the thoughts that were going through my mind. And you know, I want to be able to go and have a bit of fun with things, you know, and be a little bit abrasive and politically incorrect and rough around the edges. So one of the ideas I had that I thought, like, let's say I'm doing fitness Q&A, you know, I want to be able to read a letter and say something along the lines of, you know, let's say a girl sends in a letter and she says, you know, hey, you know, I'm a little bit overweight and I need help or something like this. And let's say she's really fat, right? Now, this is blunt and obviously not the right way that most people would approach it. But like, you could always start with something like, you know, dear reader, thanks for your letter. You're not a little overweight. You're a whale. Okay, just, you know, just something like that. Obviously, you don't mean it. And then you go into something with afterwards like, just kidding, I still love you, but obviously you have a problem here and let's figure out how we can help you with that. Something that's funny, compassionate, you know, a little bit different from the mainstream idea of approaching things, but something that's more true to my personality. And obviously, it's going to take a bit of refinement. A lot of people are not going to know that line between when I'm kidding and, you know, I'm being serious about. And I'll obviously have to work on that. But at the end of the day, I think that's going to be more true to myself and to my personal brand, and hopefully ultimately towards my business. Because at the end of the day, I believe that if you have a good service, if you're offering true value and giving people real help, then the rough edges and the personal branding and the humor and that should add to that rather than take away from it, right? Yes, you're going to alienate some customers, but you can't have the whole world as your market. You have to know who your customers are, and you have to also kind of target who you want as your customers. And I think that's going to be the best approach. Now, you know, I wrote a little post about it and I was about to put it on my Facebook wall, but then I thought, let me not do that because you're still a bit pissed and you don't want to maybe jump to conclusions and do things. But I thought I'd read it to you because this is what I would have posted on my Facebook wall, and it kind of encapsulates what I've been thinking about when I've been lying in bed hungover a while ago. So let me read it to you quickly. It says, it's time to get real. I'm always going to be politically incorrect, have contrary views and opinions, and be somewhat of a troll. It's pointless trying to fight it. I could try to hide it and put on a front because it's good for business and pleases everyone, but I would be lying to myself. And to be perfectly honest, I like me more than I like you. Okay, it's a bit joking, obviously, but it's the kind of attitude that I'm going to put. And, I said it. I would rather have a circle of 3 close friends and 7 customers where I'm free to be myself than put on an act because it makes hundreds of others feel better about themselves. People that I'm never going to hang out with or who would never be a customer anyway. Can you run a successful business inspiring people when you're a blunt troll that says things like they are? Most people would say no, but God damn it, I have to try. If your intentions are good and you truly want to help people, surely that's all that matters. Maybe I'll be served a fat piece of humble pie at the end of the day, but one thing's for sure, I'm much happier speaking my mind than censoring my thoughts because some people don't like what they hear. Why can't you be a nice guy, but also an opinionated cunt sometimes? And yeah, I think that, describes a lot of what I've been thinking about, and it represents it in a way that I would probably say it. I don't want to hide swear words. I also don't want to deliberately put them in just to offend people, but I definitely don't want to be cutting out things I'm saying because I'm worried about what certain people are going to think, and it offends them. You're never going to be able to please everybody. And I think the freeing part of all of this is realizing that you don't have to and that you should stop doing that. And now I've kind of realized that that's this decision I'm going to make, and I feel so liberated because I just feel free, right? So yeah, I think I've covered all of that. That's really what I wanted to talk about today about personal branding. I'm going to do a lot more videos and a bit more formal videos on personal branding and the resources I've used that have helped me on my journey and also to reach this decision. And hopefully it's the right decision. You guys can watch over the next couple of months as things pan out, whether it's the right decision or not. Is it going to be a journey of self-destruction and mayhem, or is it going to be the right choice? And is my personality going to come out and my character going to start to grow, and maybe people would like to see that? Only time will tell. But anyway, back to the point, I'll do videos on personal branding. I've got a lot of thoughts on this, a lot of resources, some of them free, some of them books that you can buy. So just keep an eye out for that video coming out in future. And I'm also going to be starting Marie Forleo's business school in March, I believe. So that's going to help me with personal branding, marketing, sales, all of that kind of stuff. I'm very excited for that. And I'm going to bring you just videos related to that as I go through the experience, and also what I kind of learn and add to this side of personal branding, which has been the biggest struggle for me so far. So stay tuned for that. I hope you like these type of video blog style videos where I'm hungover and don't really give a shit and I just film, whatever I'm wearing. And hopefully you found some sort of guidance in this. If you've been struggling with your personal branding, I mean, I looked online everywhere for this dilemma, like how do you incorporate your personal brand? And Marie Forleo actually gave me some feedback, which was really good. And she said, you can look at things two ways. You can be like a mainstream primetime audience type of person, like Oprah Winfrey, where you have to keep it family friendly. Or you can be like the comedian Chelsea Handler, who is a little bit, on the wilder side of things. She's not family friendly. She's more PG, if that's what you want to call it. She cusses, she swears, she talks about more mature late night type of topics. And that was really what helped me to decide where I want to be in the market and for my business. It fits in with who I am. And yeah, so I guess I'm going to fit more into that late night type of market. Obviously, I'm not going to be on TV, but that's the kind of audience that I'm going for. And I found that helped me with my decision for personal branding. So like I was saying, it was very difficult to find resources online about merging your business and your personal brand, especially if you've got a bit of a rough, PC, politically incorrect, abrasive personality like I do. And yeah, so if you do find yourself with a bit of a contrary personality like myself and you were struggling with this, I hope this video helped. And I'm going to cut this short now because I'm rambling, getting a dry mouth because I'm still hungover, and I've got some delivery food coming to help deal with the hangover. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video blog or video.